They thought I was their son's girlfriend, so I played along. Now he asked me to stay. The text came at Friday night from a number I didn't recognize. Thank you for agreeing to this. My parents arrive at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll Venmo you the $500 we discussed. Address below. I stared at my phone, confused. I hadn't agreed to anything. I didn't know this person. This was clearly sent to the wrong number. I should have texted back immediately explaining the mistake. Instead, I screenshot the message and sent it to my best friend Kai with 3 question marks. She called within seconds. Are you secretly doing weird gigs now? This was sent to me by accident. But $500 though. For what? Like 4 hours of work? She was reading the message I'd forwarded. It says brunch with parents. Pretend to be girlfriend. Keep conversation light. No physical contact beyond handholding. I read it again. Someone was paying a stranger $500 to fake being their girlfriend for one meal with their parents? That's insane, I said. That's rent money, Kai countered. I'm not pretending to be someone's girlfriend for money. You're pretending to be a functional adult at your job every day for way less. She had a point, but this was different. This was fraud. Deception. Definitely illegal in some way I couldn't articulate. My phone buzzed again. Same unknown number. Also, my mom will ask about your job. You're a teacher. Elementary school. We met at a coffee shop 6 months ago. I spilled my drink on you and bought you a replacement. We've been inseparable since. See you tomorrow. Another text came through. Venmo sent $500. Thank you again. I checked my Venmo. Sure enough, $500 from someone named Nathan Gallagher. Oh my god, I said to Kai. He just sent me the money. What? He thinks I already agreed to this. He sent $500 to the wrong person and doesn't realize it. So text him back and explain. I looked at my bank account. $127. Rent was due in 5 days. I'd been picking up every freelance design job I could find, but this month had been slow. $500 would mean I could pay rent and still eat something other than ramen. Lily, I can hear you thinking. Don't. What if I just did it? One brunch, 4 hours. I give him his money back if it doesn't work out. That's a terrible idea for so many reasons. She started listing them, but I was already texting Nathan back. See you tomorrow. Send me your parents' names and any other details I should know. His response came immediately. Mom is Catherine. Dad is Gerald. They think we've been dating 6 months. You're 26, elementary school teacher. You grew up in Portland but moved here 3 years ago. You have one brother, younger. You like hiking and reading. Keep answers vague. They tend to fill in gaps themselves. Thank you for doing this. You're saving my life. I screenshot everything and sent it to Kai. I'm doing it. You're insane. I'm broke. There's a difference. That night I barely slept. I kept rehearsing the fake backstory. Teacher, coffee shop meet cute, 6 months, hiking and reading. When my alarm went off at 8 a.m., I almost texted Nathan to cancel. But $500. I got dressed carefully. Not too casual, not too formal. I wanted to look like someone who'd put in effort for meeting their boyfriend's parents but wasn't trying too hard. I settled on a blue dress and cardigan. The address Nathan had sent was a restaurant downtown, upscale brunch place. I arrived 15 minutes early and waited outside, wondering what Nathan looked like. At 9:58 a.m., a guy approached me. Late 20s, dark hair, nice face, wearing khakis and a button down like he was attending a job interview. Lily? He asked. Nathan? He looked relieved. Thank God you actually came. I was worried you'd back out. I considered it. I really appreciate this. My parents can be intense, but they mean well. Just follow my lead and we'll get through this. Why couldn't you just tell them you're not dating anyone? Because I told them 6 months ago I was in a serious relationship to stop them from setting me up with every single woman they know. And I kept building on the lie. And now they're visiting from Boston specifically to meet you. And if I tell them you don't exist, my mother will have a breakdown. Before I could respond, an older couple approached. The woman's face lit up when she saw us. There you are. She pulled Nathan into a hug, then turned to me. And you must be Lily. Oh, Nathan was right. You are beautiful. I shook her hand. Mrs. Gallagher, it's so nice to meet you. Please call me Catherine. We're practically family. Gerald shook my hand with a firm grip. Nathan's told us a lot about you. Good to finally put a face to the name. We went inside and were seated at a table near the window. Catherine immediately started asking questions. How did we meet? I launched into the coffee shop story Nathan had provided. He'd spilled his iced coffee on my laptop bag and felt so terrible he'd insisted on buying me breakfast to apologize. We'd talked for 2 hours. He'd asked for my number before I left. That's exactly something Nathan would do, Catherine said, beaming. He's always been clumsy but thoughtful. Gerald asked about my teaching job. I made up details about my fictional elementary school, about the kids in my fictional classroom, about lesson plans I'd never written. The lies came easier than I expected. Nathan played along perfectly. He'd add small details that made the relationship sound real. He'd mention that time we went hiking and got lost for 3 hours, and I'd jump in with, because someone insisted we didn't need a map. His parents laughed. They were eating it up. An hour into brunch, Catherine excused herself to the restroom. Gerald leaned forward. Can I be honest with you, Lily? My heart stopped. Full story is linked below or on my channel.